What's up guys, Cliff here from the Sunday Drive, and today we're going to be showing you how to install what I believe to be the best universal mount in your 14 to 18 Silverado or Sierra. So today we're going to be installing this mount from Proclip USA in my truck. Now they did send me this mount for free, so this was a free product. However, I did request it because I have this product in my brother's Grand Cherokee as well as my 2012 Camaro, and I really like it. We have installations up on the channel. So I reached out to him and said, hey, you guys make a great product. Love to make a video for my Silverado. Would you guys send me a mount? And they did. So thank you guys for doing that. We'll have the products linked down in the description. But yeah, let's get to it. We're going to show you how to install this. And once you have this base installed, you can mount any device up here. I'm using my Galaxy Note 8 with their adjustable cell phone holder. But whatever you want to install will work. They have tons of different mounting options. So let's show you guys how to put this on my truck. All right, so let's open up the contents here. Now the Proclip solution is a two-piece solution. I've used this system in my Camaro as well as my brother's Cherokee, which I drove extensively while I was working on this Silverado, getting the DOD delete done. Give you a little rubbing alcohol, which is nice for the double-sided tape, some instructions, and a little spreader tool. But this is a two-piece solution. So you're gonna have your mounting base, which is right here for my Silverado, and this is going to be vehicle specific. So this is the one for my 14 to 18 Silverado, some 19s. I think if you had the work truck, I think the 19 model is the same as this. This also works in the Sierras, the same gen. So this base is vehicle specific, and then you are going to have a mounting solution for your phone. So this is the one that I'm currently using. I just pulled this out of the Cherokee to shoot this for the Silverado. I'm going to be picking up another one of these so I can have one dedicated in both vehicles. So this is going to be what you put your phone in. Now this is an adjustable one. So basically you adjust these two screws here, and then this these side pieces will go in or out depending on your specific phone. So that is pretty nice. You can make sure you have a snug fit. They also sell case specific ones. So if you have like the big OtterBox Defender Series 1, you can get one that holds that case specifically. But this is the one that's been working really well for my Note 8, and I plan to keep that for a couple more years. This isn't the least expensive phone mount on the market by far. It's definitely on the more expensive side, but I think it's well worth the money. You're not gonna have your phone shaking around, vibrating, or things, suction cups falling off the dash. So I happen to really like this solution, and I put it in all my vehicles. Now the way Proclip says to install this, and you can definitely do it this way, is to insert a gap tool, which they provide, in this little crack right here, and you basically are going to make an opening. All right, so I'm not actually going to shove it in all the way because I'm not a huge fan of this method, but you're going to put that in here, create a gap, and then you're going to take this little part right here, that little lip, and you're going to stick that in that gap like so, and basically push this in. It's going to clip around the back side of this trim right here, and also clip in this front edge, making a nice secure mount for your phone. However, it's actually super easy to go ahead and just remove this bezel because you do have to bend it pretty far to install that mount if you're trying to slip it under here. So I'm going to try just removing the bezel and installing it with the bezel removed. So the best way to do this is to go in from this bottom area right here. There's a little gap, and you're just going to pry out like so, and do the same on the other side. A nylon pry tool like this, or a plastic pry tool, works really well. So again, you're just going to pop that out. Now there are two electrical connections if you have the seat warmers. You can just work your way up the trim, just being gentle. Okay. And there we are. All right, as I mentioned, you have your two electrical connections right there. So this clip right here is going to go towards the bottom, closer to the screen, and you're going to set this on there flat basically, and then push this in so that the back clip also engages. Take the provided moist towelette, the rubbing alcohol wipe, and just wipe the top area. I'm actually just cleaning the whole thing while I have this here, but you only need to do the part where you're actually going to be adhering the tape, which is going to be towards the center. Now Proclip pre-installs this piece of tape right here. However, because I am installing it with this method and actually not just pushing the bracket or mount into place, I added a second piece of tape up here, which should help protect the finish on my trim right here. And this is another reason I'm doing it this way, just to make sure I'm not scratching the trim at all while I'm installing this piece. All right, so now we're going to take this and we basically want it at the center. So we're going to clip it around the bottom right there, and we're still going to have to push it up a little bit. All right, now it's nice and clipped in. It's not going anywhere with the two clips and with that 3M tape holding it in place. Now we can go ahead and put our bezel back in place. All right, so there's the mount. Now, one thing I want to mention, if you do add that extra piece of tape and are doing it this way, make sure it is very thin 3M double-sided tape. You don't want to use anything thick, or that's going to increase the pressure that's pushing down on the top of your bezel right here. Now, this is plastic. It should be okay, but make sure you are using a thin piece of tape back there. Now that we have the base installed, we can go ahead and put the phone mount on. So this is where you grab your second solution, so for whatever phone you're using, and you have a couple mounting options. You can go right here or over here. Now they also sell other mounts. You can get iPad mounts, a lot of different things that will actually go into this base. They also sell a quick release system, so you actually have a mount on here, and then this will just slide in and clip in place. I have that on my Camaro, and I'll overlay a clip of that right here. But you can just slide this in and then quickly swap out the mount. So that's something pretty cool, but it does add a bit of depth to the mount, so it's going to stick your phone out a little further. But to install it, you have 4 little screws. We're going to go in these 2 holes over here. Now you take the actual phone base, and it's going to have 1 adjustment screw right in the middle. Snug that in. Now, if you're going to lock this in a single position, you can make that center screw as tight as it'll go, and it'll basically hold it in position. However, I like to leave it a little bit loose, mostly snug, but a tiny bit loose, and what that allows me to do is rotate the phone around. I actually got it a little tighter than I probably want it, so just back that off a little bit, and you can always adjust that as need be. And now you have a nice platform that can either put your phone in portrait mode nicely, or landscape, which is the way I plan to usually run it. My truck did not come with CarPlay pre-installed, so this is my navigation right here. So that's it, guys. That's the installation all complete. Very simple, straightforward. You don't even have to remove the bezel if you don't want to. Just wanted to show you guys an alternative way of installing this kit. So super excited. I have navigation now up where I need it. Thank you, Proclip, for sending me this mount. Looking forward to using it. And yeah, pretty straightforward. I love their products in my other vehicles. Can't recommend them enough. Definitely be sure to go check them out. We'll have the link to this product down in the description. Thanks for watching, guys, and we'll see you back here in the next video. It's really nice to shoot a Silverado video. It's not about DOD. So see you guys next time. Thanks for watching. Now it's a few weeks later. I've been using this cell phone mount for a while, and I have to say I absolutely love it. It's really nice to have a dedicated place to hold the phone rather than the center console. As you can see, the charging port on my phone is actually on the bottom. So a lot of times trying to have navigation up inside my center console here, I couldn't charge the phone at the same time. I'd have to have it awkwardly sat on the corner and end up sliding around. So this is really nice, and it's right at eye level, so you're not taking your eyes off the road to look at your navigation while you're driving. And it's really easy too, if you need your passenger to adjust something, they can simply rotate it over to them, or if they want to see something, and then rotate it back over to you. So it's really nice that it's adjustable, and you can also quickly put it into portrait mode, which is also nice depending on what you're trying to look. A lot of times searching for something is nicer in portrait, and then once you have your navigation up, you can switch it back over to landscape. Now, a couple small downsides. Pros far outweigh the cons in my opinion, but there's a couple small downsides. When you are sitting in this mode and driving, the phone has a tendency, if the roads are bumpy, to kind of work itself out a little bit. It has never fallen out on me. Usually I'll notice it happening after several minutes and I'll just push it back over. I could make this a little bit snugger if I wanted to by tightening up those screws. However, I prefer it a little bit looser so that I can quickly pull it in and out. It works for me. You can also just angle it a little bit like that, and then it's not going to come out. Some people also may not like that if you are in this mode, you are going to have your power cord dangling directly in front of your cluster and everything, but any type of phone mount, you're going to have to wire going somewhere. And I do plan to run a wire behind the dash somewhere, so I'm going to figure that out in the future, so hopefully this will be less in my way, but when it is rotated over, it's completely free of your display. Now, one other drawback is you can't see the very top. So from sitting over from my driver's seat, I can't quite see where it has the temperature and the time. However, I can rotate this, quickly see what the temperature is over here. It's not shown right now, but if it was up, and my cell phone always says the time, so that's not really a big deal to me. It still works really well, and I'd much rather use my phone screen up here than the factory screen because this is a lot more usable. Another thing that I like is actually this magnetic connection. We'll have this link down in the description, but I really like it. It's easy one-handed operation, so that's also nice. So if you're pulling this out of here, you can quickly just remove that and connect it back up. So just another nice thing that I like to have in my vehicles, and then it works with all my phones because it has a different base that will go in there. But that's it, guys. I have to say I really like the phone mount. Definitely recommend it. It's just a game changer in the truck. So that's it. That's it, guys. I hope you found the video to be helpful. If you did, be sure to give us a thumbs up. And if you have any questions or comments, leave them down below. Thanks so much for watching. As always, parts are down in the description, and we appreciate it when you go through our links to purchase them. And we'll see you guys back here next time. A lot more content on the Silverado, so be sure to check that out.